Well, welcome viewers, and welcome Mr. Barry Peedling to the Barry Peedling Sports Show.
And welcome to you, Colin Sutcliffe, and all my viewers around the world. I'll say something about you overseas people shortly, but it's not a bad day in Chelsea today.
Very good, and there's a lot of pressure.
Apart from our 4-day over 44 degrees all around the world, we're suffering with heat waves the last 4 days.
Yeah, all 4 days, all 40 or above.
Well, today's alright, but the last 4 days have been 42 and upwards.
That's hot.
Got to feel sorry for these people overseas.
And there's a lot of pressure on because there's a lot more people watching these days, Barry.
Well, the last video, Colin, would you believe there's nearly 1,500 hits last from this week. It's but there's about 40 or 50 overseas people watching the last 4 weeks, which is extraordinary. And well done. I hope you enjoy it.
Yes, I think that there's a lot of interest in the cricket. Australia's doing so well. Eight games in a row they've won against England.
And there's only 5 1-days, Colin. You said 7.
Yeah, there's 5, yeah.
Australia will win 5. 5-zip. They'll win zip, yeah.
And it'll be 10-zip. And then they'll win the 2020s as well.
Geez, it's going to keep dragging off the Poms, isn't it? It's getting worse for them.
You know, who was it? Finn went home. Another one gone home.
They all got the sooks, like Fron got the sooks and Trot and...
got the trots.
Got the trots, and he trotted off. And I'll tell you, he's a pretty good cricketer for England. He just come in and he's very unattractive. Is that Treadwell?
Treadwell, yeah.
He can bowl and he can field and he can bat.
Not bad.
He might be alright. Looks about 65, but
he does. He's got a bit of age about him. Anyway, how good is the Australian one-day game?
Well, how good are they? How good Australia is? They're very good. They're probably they're ranked number 3 at the moment in the one-day competition, and they'll be ranked number 3 in the test arena, and I think that they're far too classy for England at the moment. And I'll say something about Cook straight away. Look, if any other player who in that side if he wasn't captain, he wouldn't be playing, and he shouldn't be playing now.
Very shaky ground. No, very shaky ground.
Well, there's only 2 games to go, but give some a little bit of a go and see what they can do something. Because the players aren't behind him, and he's not making any runs, and he still can't field. You know,
a person who really thinks in the English team seems like a really smart player is that Owen Morgan.
Well, he's been to find him and you named Ben Stokes.
Yeah,
they're the only 2 bright lights of the whole team. But Cook, and they keep giving him a rap on the TV. And I said, what are they must be all.
He's getting better. They're going to get. He's getting better.
He's made 50 runs in 4 innings. And he won 35 2 days ago.
Hopeless.
What is it? They're in love with him, the selectors, aren't they? Well, they don't think too much about the other players taking over, do they?
No. And they just looked like yesterday's game. They just looked underdone. They looked they looked 50 runs off. They needed to get 300.
But they're so slow. I mean, they sparked up in between the 10th and the 20th over, but overall they're very boring. They're very boring cricketers. I mean, Morgan has a bit of a go, and Stokes, but of course Cook was having a bit of a go early, but he just said see you later, and when he's gone,
Josh Butler gives it a bit of a tap.
But there's not much. If I was the English supporters, cricket supporters, I'm not too wrapped in your future for the next couple of years, people, because they've just got. There's no fire in them.
Now Broad and
he's the only bright light for the fast bowling.
Him and the Pryor saved a guy from committing suicide on a bridge.
And that might have been their
he was English as well, and I thought no wonder.
Well, that's probably that must have been their big duty for the year.
Big duty for the year, but they were hopeless. That was yesterday's game. They were 50 runs short of a competitive target, and Australia got it easy with 40 in 40 overs. Yeah,
I've got to mention before that. I should have mentioned this earlier. My notes went missing a minute ago, but I'm going to mention something about James Faulkner.
James Faulkner innings in the second one day.
Second one day.
Tell us about that.
That will go down in one of the. I reckon it's one of the best exhibitions of single-handedly winning a game for a long time, Colin. And he was number 8, coming in number 8, 67 runs, 47 balls. And the partnership in the last week was 59. He made 57.
Yep.
Now nobody's ever seen anything like that before in their life. I wouldn't think.
It was unbelievable.
Michael Bevan they're talking about, but he was a different story.
Michael Bevan couldn't do that.
Michael Bevan was batting number 4. This fellow was batting at number 8, and he just took on the fast bowlers and whacked them everywhere.
And Michael Bevan could get it if it was a runner ball to go.
Yeah, no 4-6s. He just 4s.
Not 10, 12 and over.
No. I mean, we needed 12 runs from the last over.
Yeah, they need 25 from the last 10 balls.
Yeah.
You get 6-6, dot ball 1, and then 3 4s in a row.
Look at. I was watching here, right, sitting at counts there, and I kept saying there's 36 runs of 20 balls, and I said they can't win it.
Can't possibly.
I kept the adrenaline going, and next thing he went whack 2 6s, and everyone's looking around. The Palmers said, "Start, look out, what's he doing here?" And away he went. That was it.
Well, 2 overs to go. England were almost sort of thinking, "Oh well,
game's over.
The game's over. We've got it made."
Yeah.
They're a bit lucky, but they'll get out any minute, and they just they cannot miss a trick.
But if they were ever going to win a game, Colin, that was it, and they got beaten. So I feel very sorry for you, Plumbing supporters, but not the cricket side, because they're
going to win in Perth.
Well, look, they'll win.
Mitchell Johnson will.
Well, he's coming back, isn't he? They'll be all excited about that, the Palms, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, Mitch's come back. Oh, get your helmets and your mud gear and all that stuff.
But anyway, so a stunning innings. James, all down to James Faulkner,
and Colin Sutcliffe, I forgot to mention Clint Mackay, a great effort. Clint Mackay, he held up the innings, and because Jimmy Faulkner, he said himself, he said, look, he was giving me a lot of encouragement, and he's been around for a fair while, Clint Mackay.
He was one-day player of the year last year, I think.
Was he? Clint Mackay? What's for bowling?
No, one-day player.
Well, yeah, and he's batting number 11. That's how good our batting lineup is, isn't it? But no, well done, Clint Mackay, very good.
Of course, the third one day that we talked about a bit earlier was a complete wipeout.
Well, wipeout.
A little bit boring, actually.
It was getting a bit boring. But it'll be more boring next week, because if they go in first, the Palms, on the first week with Mitchell Johnson flying 100 mile an hour, they might make 70, and the game will be over in 2 hours.
Yeah. Is that your prediction?
Well, it's going to be over pretty quick.
Yeah,
I mean, if they go in first...
They got no threatening bowlers.
Well, they got Broad, and he's just up and down, hasn't he?
Yeah, Broad's the most threatening. And if you can sort of see off at one...
But Treaders, as they call him Treaders.
Treaders, yeah.
He's better than Swan.
Yeah, I think so.
I meant to mention Swan last week for going home like a big girl. You might come back one day when you get your nappies off.
Now, what about talk about going home or standing down? What about Alistair Cook? More comment.
Well, he's got to go, mate. Look, it's still 2 games to go. Look, they could get something out of this if they're not behind him. When you're a captain, Colin, the side's not behind, it doesn't function. No matter if you're playing football, cricket, marbles, or anything. He's walking around, and they come up to tell him where the field. Place the field. He's not doing this racing. It's just I will do this. And
having team meetings.
Yeah, and Cookie just okay, way you go. Do what you want to do.
So, stand down.
Stand him down for a couple of days and give someone a bit of a go at leading your test side or one-day side, and might finish up a little bit better. But you won't win.
Very good. Any highlights?
Yes.
So give us your highlights.
A lot of highlights.
Highlights reel.
I mentioned James Faulkner. That is one of the best individual performance of a cricket I've seen the last 40 years, and I've seen a few from Gilchrist and all them fellas, and the hitting was so clean, wasn't it?
Very clean.
Just stand there whack. There wasn't walking down the pitch, but well done, Jimmy Faulkner. I said to you 4 weeks ago, Colin, this fella is going to be the next Mitchell Johnson, or might even better, all rounder.
Very good.
And because he done this thing over in India last year, you know that he made 100.
Yeah.
So it's not the first time he's done. You're a superstar, Jimmy Faulkner, and
well done.
You'll be a superstar forever.
Next.
Now the catch, I'll tell you what, in that second one-day game, Davis Warner, when he smashed it down, beautiful on drive, 100 mile an hour, and what's his name, Jordan,
the dark fella.
Yeah. Stuck it. It's one of the best catches I've seen for years.
Caught and bowled.
The ball was actually part, but he just stuck his hand and stuck there. Yeah. And he took another catch before that mid off. Yeah. And he's another bit of a bright light, Jordan.
So there we go. It's not biased.
No. If I give someone a
commentary here. It's balanced.
They're very entitled to a rap. That ball. Did you see that catch?
Yeah.
He hit it 100 mile an hour, and Warner could not believe he's caught it. He just jumped there and stuck. He must have some glue in his hand. Well done, Mr. Jordan. Oh yeah, of course, even Owen Morgan, he'd have to be the unluckiest player in the world, wouldn't he? Making a 101-day game and not get the result.
Yep.
Because Jimmy Faulkner was got the result. Got the prize, but
he did it really well too.
that'd have to be nearly a record. Someone making 100 in a one-day game and not getting the man of the match. I can't remember.
Yeah, what happened on the same day?
Well, you can check it out.
New Zealand versus India,
when?
and Corey Anderson got man of the match. He got about 80 runs, and Virat Kohli got 120, and New Zealand.
Yeah, but he didn't do a 67 and 47 balls like Jimmy Falk, did he? And win a game.
Oh no, but no. He had a very good hand in the game.
Well, it's the only reason he got the man of the match.
He got a couple of wickets as well.
Well, so Faulkner.
Yeah, so. But Virat Kohli didn't get the...
No, no, I don't think...
There's two in the same day.
No, that's not...
Debunked.
That's not...
No.
That's a bit minor over there anyway. But, no, I've never seen that before, and it'll probably never happen again.
Except for the ones on the same day.
Well, that's Sunday,
yeah. There we go.
The two, what's the word? Fundamental there. No, wait a minute, that wasn't fundamental. No, but I do think Jordan, he can bowl. He's a good he's a good fielder, but he can bat. So there's three. They got Treaders, Morgan, and Jordan. The only bright light for a few English supporters.
Any more highlights of you?
Yeah, I've said
Those are all like cricketing highlights.
Morgan, I mentioned about Morgan not being getting the man of the match. He was still one nearly got it too.
He did well,
but he didn't. Now the Australian Open.
Hey. Well, tell us about the Australian Open then, Barry.
Well, it's not much good for Australian people. Our players are all knocked out, but I watched a couple of fellas 3 or 4 days ago, and their name is very unusual names, Colin. It's Thanos Korkanakis. I pronounced that pretty well, didn't I? Nick Kyrgios. Goes Kyrgios.
I think it's Kyrgios.
Kyrgios.
You don't pronounce the G.
Is that get the G there?
Silent G.
Anyway, they're both 17, one's 18. They're going to be the next superstars for Australian tennis for the next 10 years.
So watch out for them. And
the young girl actually played. I'll tell you a big rap for her the last couple of years, but she's only 17, and she's going to be. We're going to have 2 or 3. We're going to have 3 people, 3 young tennis players in the top 10 within 2 years. That's Korkanakis. He's about 6'9".
Oh yeah.
Can play.
He's a real star, or star of the future. All right. Well, we'll give us a few Cheerios and a few comments on for your international viewers and the like. Well,
my Cheerios. P8. So I got a phone call from Noz last week. He reckons I didn't supposed to tell him about coming down, but we've got another month to go yet, Phil. So. Give us a call next week and I'll find out what time, and I think Ronnie Johnson will probably be coming too.
Just for your reunion.
Just the reunion, 22nd of February, Colin.
Wow.
That'll be
the big one.
They'll be on the YouTube special,
TBO. That big one. So special cheerio to them.
And of course Annie and Carla and Lloyda and
all your other friends.
All Joe Van's, he's a bit better now, and Jimmy and little Ariane, all the crew, they're doing a good job, and it's had another couple of blackouts last 2 days.
Blackouts?
9 hours.
Brownouts,
wipeouts and everything.
And you got a few more international viewers?
Well, I was just saying to you before we come on here, the last 4 weeks we've been covering the cricket. There's been at least 55, not subscribers, Colin, but 55 viewers from overseas all around the world tuning in, so they must be either very good cricket fans or like this little program, the Pete Lingham Sutcliffe YouTube show. And hope you enjoy it and keep tuning in, because we've got 2 more games to go in there for the cricket and whatever. And
then we'll be talking about football and the South African tour. It's all happening. You
tell me about the side. There's 2 new players being picked for the Australian South African tour.
Yeah, Bailey's out. And
Bailey and
Marsh is in.
So, but it's no big deal. But anyway, that's about all for today.
So that's goodbye from me.
See you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.